put a gun calypso and looking at size and age. How long singing calypso? Number one question they ask you now. Have you paid your dues enough, my child, to get on the big show? Is the songwriter an icon? Oh, a name well known? Or your producer is a classic? Or your play so tent well grown? So if you still want to sing your song, sing it. One day you go win it. Oh no, it look like I saw it. Who know you think and if your lyrics too frank, you might lose it. So walk the road back to now. Walk the calypso road. It's a hard long road to walk back to life. Calypso road. Oh, walk the road back to now. Walk the calypso road. One day you go wear the crown with a smile of faith and walk the road. Walk the road. Journey, I met a woman I call mother. I live in Kaiso icon. You call she singing Sandra. I decided to ask her to teach me a thing or two, to show me the way of the art form, lesson to guide me through. But they sit down and start to tell me Calypso was birthed from we ancestry. And it's true, Calypso, our stories are told. But I say it will never die and it can't get old. She tell me in 85 she remember they told Lil Marshall to go, that he too young to soca, to sing his sweet ISO. But he stood up strong and he battled along, victorious in every show. Who would have thought this day would come, he would be soca king of the world. Mother tell me walk the road, walk the Calypso road. It's a hard long road to walk back to life. This Calypso road. But I said to walk the road, walk the Calypso road. One day you go wear the crown with a smile and faith and walk the road. Walk the road. Take me down a little bit. Just like the road of life could leave you with bruises and bumps, this pathway of Calypso, you got a lot of hurdles and humps. It's high and low, to and fro, a set of twists and turns. But your biggest obstacle will be some people. This the lesson I learned when I start my journey. Some claim to love me to death, but that was only until they start to perceive the skill as a threat. Some label me an outcome, on a need they try to look down. But they may know I live in Calypso since the age of 7. I observe individuals who say they support me strong, suddenly make a big turn around. Now they're trying to waste me down. So I don't get high on supporters or lose sleep on detractors. Cause just like life, Kaiso is a stage full of endless actors. So I go walk the road, I walk the Calypso road. It's a hard long road to walk back to life.
Are you experiencing loss of vision, or are your glasses broken? At Value Optical, we're open and we're here to help. You can have your urgent eyeglasses in 3 days with packages starting at $695. When you visit us, be mindful of the 3 W's. Wear your mask, wash your hands, and watch your distance. Please call us toll-free 800-2020 for expert advice on your vision needs or to book your appointment. Value Optical, caring for your eyes.
Hi, what's up, TNT? This is Wayne Johnson out of Brooklyn, New York. I always wanted to do something back home, and we're going to be doing our gospel segment on Mondays from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. That's 10 p.m. to 12 midnight on 91.9 FM. Listen what I want you to do. Spread the word. Spread the word, TNT. Salvation, full and free. Salvation is for everybody. Mondays from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. That's 10 p.m. to 12 midnight on 91.9 FM.
More to learn, so much, yes it's true. Pennywise, just for you. So we'll get that perfect smile. It's pharmacies in every aisle to take care of your body. We have all you need to stay healthy. More to love. Yes, it's true. Pennywise, just for you.
Pennywise gives you more to love.
Tune in to The Street 919 FM every Friday from 9:15 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. with Kingdom Health Services, situated at number 91 Eastern Main Road in St. Augustine. For the program, Health and Healing, merging the old with the new with Brent Diet. For more information, call 318-7471 or 484-0141 or 360-4100. It's all about Kingdom Health Services on The Street 919 FM.
Police, good day. Officer Best Price here. Johnny Q Auto Parts Division?
Yes, sir.
I'm here to investigate an assault on batteries.
Excuse me, sir?
Is it true? You have batteries selling for $488?
Yes. Power Master, Optima, Vata, and Megastar batteries.
So I can buy a battery for $488?
Yes, sir. For cars, trucks, and boats. Backed and distributed by Massey Automotive.
Which part?
Right here at Johnny Q Hardware and Auto Parts Division, 15 Arabita Avenue, Woodbrook. And our new Johnny Q Superstore, located at Lowlands Mall off Claude Noel Highway in Tobago. You could call 63 Tools.
Alright, thanks, boss. Nah, man. Granny,
Do you have $488 to lend, man?
Julia, how our daughter bright so?
What you mean?
Kelly's so young and already talking about when she gets her first job, taking out a mortgage with TTMF at 2%.
She knows about 2%?
Yes, 2% with no down payment as a first-time homeowner and the lowest rate on the market. We would not have to dip into our savings to set her up. Where she get all this brains from?
Her mother, of course.
TTMF, from here to home.
Ikaro, I am Alatumishe Ifaba Mishe Aganki, better known as MC Duke, and every Monday between the hours of 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. I host a show called Orisha, The Way of Life, right here on the Sheet 919 FM, where I have guests passing through from the Orisha Ifa Baptist Diaspora to educate, edify, and inform you, the listening public, about Orisha Ifa practices. So remember to tune in every Monday between the hours of 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. for Orisha, The Way of Life.
Sky is not the limit, please stay open. Be a voice for change and inspiration, yeah. Be true to yourself with every emotion. Be fearless when you speak, the future's waiting, yeah. Just be, just be. Just be.
Tune in to the Street 919 FM for Gospel in the Bone Ministry every Sunday from 7:05 a.m. to 8:55 a.m. For the program, God's Last Warning Message. Hosea chapter 4 says, "Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood toucheth blood." Remember, every Sunday from 7:05 a.m. to 8:55 a.m. for the program God's Last Warning Message with Gospel in the Bones Ministry, right here on the Street 919 FM.
The journey's almost over.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Hey, just in case you didn't know, every morning on the Street 919 FM, taking Sharon and Bruce Wayne, the Titans of Democracy. That's the morning show.
Yo, this is your boy Ziggy Rankin, and right now you're listening to the Titans of Democracy. You don't know. Real talk.
Well, a pleasant good morning to each and everyone, and welcome to this edition of the Titans of Democracy right here on the street, 919 FM. Let me thank the Heavenly Father for bringing me here safe, sound, and all together in one piece. A pleasant good morning going on to my entire family. Good morning to Ms. Sharon Felix and her entire family, to Mr. Dominic Romain and his entire family. Pleasant good morning going on to you, all our callers, all our listeners, all of our viewers online. For those of you that are locked on via whatever mechanism that you are, it's always good to have you guys on the inside with us. Yes. A pleasant good morning also going on to the management and staff of the street 919 FM. Good morning to Mr. IWER George and his entire family. So at this time, what I will do this time, I will do it a little different as I wait for Sharon. If you could open the lines and you could give some morning greetings, short and sweet, nothing too long, please. All right, so give your morning greetings, and we'll take it from there. So my numbers are 342-0081-466-5391. Caller, good morning.
Morning.
Amen.
Do you grumble and complain? Do you always feel the pain? Then thank the Lord for you can see. Open up, wear a smile, be a child of the King. You're really in good company. Good morning, friend. The big owner. We're really in good company. We wake up and we see the morning light. Thank God for this every way. Thank Him for the solid ground that you're standing on and the lighted path that you're walking on. Thank Him for the strength that He give you to hold on a little longer. So, good morning to everybody. Morning to Patricia. Good morning, girlfriend. Good morning, Nazina. Time to wake up. 12:55. Vero, get up. Good morning, Mafia. Get up and say a prayer. Good morning to everybody. Bonnie Gardens and Mount Group, Miss Friday, Jackie and Jackie. Good morning, Miss Gloria. Good morning. Let me get off before I get both and push off again. Morning to Dominic. Morning to you, Bruce.
Oi.
Have a nice one.
You too, man. Take care. Caller, good morning.
Hi, good morning. I want to say good morning to everyone, and I want to thank God that we are all alive today. Let Him cover this country with His blood. Let the virus, the cases, let it be decreased, O Lord. Cover us all, O Lord, and keep us safe, O Lord. Lord, let us all get up and say our prayers and thank You for Your existence. We need to thank You. We need to look back at all that You have done for us, and we need to give thanks. From the time we get up this morning, we all need to say our prayers of thanks, and we need to say, this too shall pass. Thank you very much. Morning.
Thank you. Caller, good morning.
Hey, Bruce. Good morning. How you doing, brother?
Hey, I did cool, man. What's going on?
Hey, cool, brother. Cool, brother. Man, same blessing to you and your family, and Shana, her family, and the management of staff and their family. Hey, Bruce, I had to give a belated birthday boy. Yesterday was my wife, grandmother, 100 birthday.
Oh, nice.
Birthday. Yeah, there was a little celebration. I saw it on the YouTube, so I just called her. I didn't get the chance to call him yesterday, but I still mentioned it today. Her name is Miss Clarissa Richardson from Indian Walk in Maruga, so blessings to her, and she celebrated many more birthdays. All right, so she celebrated 100 years birthday yesterday.
Nice, man, nice.
All right, my brother?
Yes, man.
So blessings, so I will talk to you about it later.
All right, cool. Take care.
Okay, blessings. Okay, yeah, man. Okay, bye.
Yes, guys, so you can call me up and give your morning greetings. The lines are open. Caller, good morning.
Blessed morning to you, Bruce.
Morning.
Morning to Sharon, Dominic, and by extension, the Titans of Democracy. Nocturnal vision, my brother, you stay safe.
Yeah, man.
Time to push back. Oh, God.
Yeah, man.
Oi, mano. Mommy shall stay strong. And let me say condolences to Mother Tonapuna. We all have to walk that road sometime. Nocturnal vision, my brother.
Yeah, man.
God.
Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Bruce.
Morning.
Good morning to everybody. Good morning to Master Claus. Good morning to the Sunapuna. Bruce.
Yeah, man.
Did the man in Tunapuna fire the gunshot to kill the woman? That is the question I put out this morning. But I don't think he was playing with Captain. Osborne.
Yeah, man. So call me up, guys, 3420081 466-5391. Those are the numbers to call. Call me up. Caller, good morning.
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 To Miss Tanapuna and Mommy Sauce, my condolences goes out to them. Bind us together, Lord. Bind us together with cords that cannot be broken. Bind us together, Lord. Bind us together, Lord. Bind us together with love. Thank you.
Thank you. Three 342-0081 466-5391. Call me up, give your morning greetings, say hello. You can wish. Oh, by the way, let me see. Where is it? Caller, good morning.
Hi, good morning, Bruce.
Morning.
To Dominic, good morning to Sharon and everybody else. I want to just wish all the nurses and doctors and police officers and other people who are in charge to have a blessed day and to keep safe. A lot of police officers are dying. And I just want to say my condolences to Mommy Sauce and to Mother Tunapuna. Love you all. Have a blessed day.
Thank you. Let me say happy birthday going out to Nikki. It comes from your mommy, Miss Sandra. Happy birthday to you, Nikki. Hope you enjoy your day today. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Richard. Good morning. Bruce, I'm going to forget your name. I want to send my condolences to Mommy Sauce.
Black blood in my veins. Black blood in my veins. Mass be going insane.
Officers, police, everybody, and to all the workers at the station, and to my family, and Sharon's family, and the American's family.
Yeah.
Belated happy Father's Day. And birthday. My one was this Friday, 11th.
Okay, nice.
Thank
Happy
you.
belated
Enjoy
birthday.
your day. You all enjoy your day.
You too, my dear. Take care.
All right. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye. And at this time, I join with the lovely Miss Sharon Felix. Good morning, Sharon. Hey, mic off, love.
Morning, everybody. Morning, Bruce. Morning, Trinidad and Tobago.
Morning.
Right.
You good?
Yeah, for now. I'm great. All right. I just have to, yesterday, everything just crashed here.
Yeah.
To get here, I had to get the, maybe, I know. I tell all everybody using the internet, eh? Yeah. So, let me say good morning to Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning to all our viewers, all our listeners, all our callers, streamers, every single one of you. I say good morning, good morning. And of course, it's happy to be alive, waking up in the land of the living. Oh, and to breathe a breath of fresh air. Good morning, good morning. So,
yes.
Where are you today?
Well, I started things a little different. I took some calls and I awaited for your arrival to get into the papers.
Oh, okay.
So we can do that now.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, so let me just close off.
Guys, the lines are closed at this time, and I'll let you know when the lines are opened again, so you can hold your calls for just a little bit, okay?
Okay, so Trinidad and Tobago in the Express, and again, let me say good morning to Tobago. I hope they're locked on and listening. And, well, you know, I'm trying to get in here.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, I don't know now. I think I need help, you know.
I'll have to come and check that. Come and check what's going on there with that.
No, when it's time to get into, I don't know what is going here, but you go ahead with the papers.
All right.
So crazy to just minimize on man and you go ahead. I may get in on the other side. Go ahead by the time.
Yes. So in the Express this morning, the headline on the Express calms Carl headache. Ministry of Finance to bail out airline with $110 million to pay 450 retrenched workers. Mom, son die of COVID. So let's get on the inside and see what's taking place. Yes. So, Imbert, government to foot $110 million course, cash-strapped Carl to pay severance to 450 workers. The total cost of Caribbean Airlines Carl severance payment is estimated to be in the vicinity of $110 million, Finance Minister Carl Imbert revealed yesterday. Construction workers to get government grant. Construction workers who have gone without an income due to public health regulations can now receive government assistance. Okay. SEA pupils urged to arrive 1 hour before exam for screening. Parents are being urged to arrive with their children at least 1 hour before the secondary entrance assessment SEA exam next Thursday, July 1st, as they will have, hold on, let me get in quickly, as they will have to be screened for COVID-19 before entering their respective exam centers. The exam begins at 8:30 a.m. and will last for 3 hours. Okay. Mom dies 3 weeks after son. 3 weeks after losing her son to COVID-19 virus, 70-year-old Lilawati Lily Singh has died. And condolences to the family. Barbados travel bubble, no problem for Trinis. Trinbagonians traveling to Barbados are not expected to face any additional challenge as a result of the travel bubble for specific Caribbean countries with a, hold on, get in quick, right, with a low incidence of COVID-19 which has been announced by the government of Barbados. Foreign Affairs Minister Dr. Amy Brown said. Okay. The Joker has died. Songwriter Winsford Joker Devine has died. Condolences to his entire family. From builder to broom maker, 21-year-old Sean Ramlal walks the community of Schuitz Trees in Debe with 4 large coquet brooms under arm in search of a buyer. Strangest twist to Khadijah's already bizarre case. The case of missing Khadijah Fleming took a strange twist yesterday when messages were posted. Okay, this was 20 hours ago. Yeah. So these are the stories making way in the Express at this time. You getting love?
I get in there. I just the computer was swiped yesterday.
Oh.
So, you know, the process.
Yeah.
And then I was so kind of busy to just put it in. But go ahead.
Okay.
I'll get to it there.
All right. So in the Newsday, 51 held in Tobago in June for SOE health breaches. Camera News call for COE into government's handling of pandemic. 14 deaths, 215 new cases detected. 2 men shot in Orapun Gardens. Kamala concern over new Commissioner of Police selection process. Musicians taught how to pivot business in workshop. Call to reduce fleet to 13 aircraft. Atlantic's Surge Ramnarine is new AmCham president. Maruga murder accused back in court next month. And the rest of these stories was from yesterday. Hold on, Sharon, a minute. Okay. Give vaccines in Tunapuna also.
Aye.
Deliberate delaying of e-tax fix. Stadiums for shots. Villa Lime in Tobago, obscenities and all. Not Juve we were hoping for. Views.
Not what Juve?
Yeah, not Juve we were hoping for. That's concerning the Juve rum now.
Okay.
Views from the bar, gambling with cryptocurrency. Okay. Fishing for cutlass fish. Look at how much. Judo history. Trinidad and Tobago's Gabriella Wood is first female judoka to secure Olympic spot. Well, congratulations to you.
Very good, very good.
Yeah. Work to resume soon at Tobago Airport. Vaccinations should not be rescheduled. Fathering in a pandemic. Reconsider reopening. Senator Naked, poor esteem may lead to domestic violence.
Look,
Yeah, you took the words out of my mouth.
Lord bless us, Jesus.
Haddad adopts wait and see approach to reopening construction sector. And these are the stories that are making me. I realize when we go to the news station, I need to click on latest.
Yes, that's the newest thing there.
Yeah, I need to click on latest. I can't click on news like I usually do. So those were the stories in the Newsday. Over to the Guardian. Headline in the Guardian, Carl Shocker. So that would be the story concerning the retrenchment and the payout for the 450 Carl workers. TNT to get AstraZeneca vaccines from Mexico this week. Trinidad and Tobago is one of
that's in the Guardian.
Yeah. You inside the Guardian? You inside the Guardian?
Yeah.
You want to go ahead?
Good. You go ahead. I ain't fighting you.
Trinidad and Tobago is one of 5 countries that will receive a donation of AstraZeneca vaccines from Mexico this week.
I wonder what they will say now.
Mexican Foreign Minister Marcelo Ebrard announced on Tuesday. Guyana facilitates vaccination of Caribbean Airlines staff. Okay. Kesteban to perform at Essence Magazine's Festival of Culture. Nice.
Excellent,
Very
excellent.
nice.
Moving on up.
Ministry,
That's great.
Ministry confirms second vaccine clot in TNT. Okay.
I see that.
Yeah. Brown vaccine talks with US ongoing. So I guess we're not out of the woods yet. BBC reports claims TNT running out of vaccines. What?
Oh, how BBC reaching Trinidad and Tobago business?
I want what the hell? What the hell I just hear?
Then come in to tell us about the Delta, that is the new strain of the virus, the Delta. It's flying, speeding, coming. They ain't telling me about that, but they come to talk about all their mind, all their business now. God.
Well, look, God, look one for the masses here. Nicki Minaj defends TNT, tells actor change the name of his juvie rum.
She damn right. They don't know the place.
Oh gosh. Hey, tutors still concerned about SCA health and safety issues. SCA kits donated to 6,000 students.
I.
Okay, well, I read that already. Crime, less money, and double worry for maxi drivers. Investment company to pay AA $3 million in unpaid rent.
Wait, that.
Who is that?
Who is that?
I was AA.
Well, I'm going in to see. An investment company has been ordered to pay almost $3 million in outstanding rent and interest to the airport's authority for a parcel of land it leased to build a hotel near the Piarco International Airport. High Court Judge Frank Sipasad yesterday granted a default judgment to the airport's authority of Trinidad and Tobago against Bel Air Investment Limited. Guardian Media understands that the company registered an appearance after the state authority filed its lawsuit to recover the rental arrears, but it subsequently failed to file a defense leading to the default win for the authority. Up by you.
I swear I'd see 50 years there, you know.
On there.
Up by you. Caterer fined $10,000 for curfew breach just before he enters his property. Okay.
Hey. But where you went to cater?
Well, I don't know.
A caterer from Central Trinidad who was caught outside his home after the curfew took effect last Friday has been fined $10,000. Shavid McLeod, 27 of Claxton Bay, was fined by Magistrate Alexander Prince after he pleaded guilty to the breaching the curfew during a virtual court hearing on Monday afternoon. Presenting a mitigation plea on McLeod's behalf, his lawyer, Bimal Maraj, claimed that his client injured his toe last Thursday and chose not to seek medical attention due to fears over COVID-19 infections at medical institutions. The following day, McLeod visited his aunt, a registered nurse who lives 5 houses away from his, I don't know what they meant to say here, from his home, to have the room cleaned and dressed. Maharaj claimed that McLeod stayed there until the curfew began at 7 p.m. and that McLeod decided to take a chance to make his way home because of the close proximity of where they both live.
Okay.
But why was doing so long till 7 o'clock? But you know, I wonder how true this story is, because if you're seeing a fresh dressing on the foot and so on, you know, you could be a little lenient, but you know, so much dilly-dally and gimmick play that's going on,
Yeah.
Nobody ain't taking no chance with nobody now.
So, Bonaccord man, Bonaccord man sustains burns picking breadfruit.
We get the burns picking the breadfruit.
He slide down the tree. Or?
all kind of thing. A man from Bonaccord sustained 3rd and 4th degree burns when he came into contact with a TNTech live wire while picking breadfruit. According to police, just after 3 p.m. on Monday, the 57-year-old man of Village Street, Bonaccord, was at another resident at Gaskin Bay Road, also in Bonaccord, when he climbed a breadfruit tree in the yard and used an iron rod to pick breadfruit. It was while doing so that the rod came into contact with the TNTech electrical wire, causing him to be electrocuted. Ow.
Sean Felix. Ever since I was a little guy, see them wires on top there? And the wires on the tree will stay by themselves, eh? I ain't climbing and going there. He lucky he's just burned and not dead. Retired soldier shot in Maloney gun attack. Former PSC member concerned about proposals for a new top cop selection process.
We talk about the 14 COVID deaths and 250 new cases, yeah? We didn't?
Yeah, from the Newsday.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to understand why everybody seems to be so stressed over this new the new selection process for Commissioner of Police and Deputy Commissioner of Police. Wouldn't it be a faster process and a better process? The process hasn't even gone into effect in the sense as it has never been tried as yet to know if it's good or bad, and everybody's so concerned, and I don't know. I don't know.
Well, you know how it is.
Yeah. All right.
You know the thing that's go.
Yeah.
There's some things you just need to just walk away from. But those are all the stories in all 3 major newspapers in TNT. So, what's the time?
It's now 20
6:40.
minutes. 20. I'm saying 20 to 7.
Right, so 6:40. Bruce, you know, I always try to come here and make sure that we share positive information. While browsing yesterday, I saw a sort of should I say an article, a post, and it was to a particular person from some media house, or I think so, because the person is there holding up the media house's mic and they're on the JC. It's on my Facebook page. And the person said, "Good day to so and so. I don't know you, but I needed to say something to you. And I don't know how else to get a message to you." Before I start to read, could you tell me what our Facebook page is like? What's the numbers? And on YouTube, because today I come.
YouTube is 286 and climbing.
Right, so guys, you all need to share your YouTube link, and Facebook, you need to share your Facebook Live. How come this morning? Plenty information I want to give you. And I want to tell Trinidad and Tobago something. Before I read this article, let me structure my conversation properly this morning. For all you persons of African descent, like myself, like Bruce, who continue to contemplate, to wonder if or why I should take the vaccine. Let me tell all you this. People of the other race ain't doing that. Let me compliment this morning the Ministry of Health and the NCRWEG. It's the NCREG. That's under Davlin Thomas, who is the CEO. So look up and see if it's the NCREG. I think it's the NCREG. Yesterday, and when I say compliment, I mean to the highest of compliments. Yesterday, I went to take my second shot at the Monroe Road UTT. And I drove in, place big enough for almost maybe 50 cars at a time to park or more. Bruce, what I saw there yesterday couldn't beat nothing else of customer service I saw yesterday. Well done. I walked out from the vehicle parked, approached the line. There was a gentleman guiding you. Questions were asked before you drove in. You presented your card, first or second shot. You went in, proceeded to the line. The gentleman guided you to the other tent where you would get your forms. You sit and you fill that out. And when you finish, a gentleman, a Negro gentleman, will come. Are you finished? To take your temperature, and he would remind you to remember your temperature. Well, I wrote it in a corner on my phone. And let me tell you, courteous. Good afternoon, good morning, how are you today? So and so and so. When I tell you, every single body that I met yesterday, real professional, guided you along the way. You met two ladies seated as you get inside. They took your form and they asked you all the questions and you signed it and so on. You proceed to the red line to go upstairs. If you can't go upstairs, you stay down and I think they come down to you. In the space of 10 minutes, the exercise was finished and you were on your way out. When you were finished, you came downstairs. You were guided to go to the doctors downstairs, who would have a discussion with you, ask you how you're feeling, so and so, and your card is stamped. So you know you have to keep that card. That's your Bible. Yep. So that's your card to keep. We were out of there in 10 minutes. Bruce, what I saw yesterday were East Indian, Trinidad, white Chinese. You tell me. Yes, they were African people. Very little. Who can't walk, hold on to their son or their grandson or whatever, but they're going for the vaccine. But we have this theory about all kind of things. And while we're waiting, we're getting the virus. And we died. Trinidad and Tobago. Now they're saying it's a vaccine shortage and there are no vaccine. And if it doesn't, we were told how much vaccine came into the country, weren't we?
Yes.
We were told. So people are getting vaccinated. More vaccines are coming. What is this confusion and bacchanal you're all trying to create? What is the confusion and bacchanal that you all are trying to create? All over the world, You're seeing people coming together to fight this virus. There's a new strain, the Delta. The Delta, which is in the UK and so on, and I think it's about 2 or 3 countries. I read it somewhere. And I saw Venezuela as one of the places it's already there. And we need to pray that it does not come here.
That's right.
Because that one is more vigorous again. So let me tell you. So I bounced up to this post where this UNC media lady, and the person I'm going to read again, I don't know you, but I needed to say something to you. And I don't know how else to get a message to you. That's what the post saying. Hey, listen, my mother could have taken the vaccine weeks ago, but refused because she said that the news lady said that the vaccine caused a man to die. That's what the news lady said. So the author of the post said she wants to give the message to the same news lady. She's telling her, my mother died 2 days ago. The same mother who refused because the news lady tell her, say that a man died. My mother died 2 days ago from COVID. Your reporting caused people to doubt whatever the government doing that could save lives. Now my mother is dead. I am crying every day since. You have a responsibility to the country to protect the vulnerable because people listen to you. That's what the dead mother child, is telling the media lady. I really don't want to blame anyone but my mother. In the end, decide to listen to you instead of my pleas. May she rest in peace. Now, it went on to say, and the posts are there, and the bacchanal continued of who racial and who have racial tone and all kind of thing in this time when we should be listening and following the protocols in Trinidad and Tobago. When we should be doing that, we have people coming to tell us all kind of negative remarks are being made without having any facts about anybody died from taking the vaccine. We heard from the CMO, 2 persons got the blood clot, which they are taking care of the 2 persons. Let me tell Trinidad and Tobago something. The choices are yours to take and to make. And you have to try to make the right choice. Because if you doesn't make the right choice, then you'll have nobody else but yourself to blame. So editorial from The Guardian says, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley cautiously hinted to us that there is hope. If things go as they are currently with COVID-19 numbers, he may announce a date for reopening the construction sector. When he speaks next weekend, he also confirmed a previous announcement of a mid-July reopening of the borders remains on track. While I'm reading this article, and I want all of this to happen, I want to ask the government, our Prime Minister, for us to carefully think of how we reopen the borders. Because if this Delta gets inside of Trinidad and Tobago, we might have Delta 000 debt. It ain't gonna be number 4 something Delta 4 this debt. It's gonna be debt. The vaccination of construction workers accounts for the optimism of reopening, but there was caution that Trinidad and Tobago is not yet out of the woods. As once the borders reopen, this country will be we will be open to the Delta variant now in North America. Many were hoping the Prime Minister would have given more hope of a reopening plan, but reopening is linked to vaccination, and as of yesterday, Dr. Rowley said the next arrival date for vaccines is sometime in July. So if what they have now is used up, and then you remember you have to keep for the second shots, didn't he say to us the next arrival date for vaccines is in July? He didn't say that? Dr. Rowley acknowledged that vaccinating various sectors was done in the hope back to economic activity soon. He admitted the private sector had been beaten down by the pandemic, and some businesses were tottering, while others were struggling to keep people on the payroll, which is a fact. There is no denying this pandemic has taken a toll on businesses, the economy, and had a detrimental impact on the working class. It is no lie. Trinidad and Tobago.
Sean,
no lie at all.
We're getting ready to go for the break.
Sure. So when we come back from the break, there are some things I want to play for you.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
So if you dial, we'll be right back.
Friends and you go bring your friends and we friends in online together. Yes, this I do one thing. Right there in the
You don't need a mic to amplify your voice or a pen to rewrite history. You don't have to be a legend to inspire or use a podium to be a leader or have a title.
We lining. Somebody said farmer and pay. I go bring my friends and you go bring your friends and we friends in online together. Yes, this I do one thing living in. Right there in the back. Yeah. Lick it, lick it, lick it, lick it, lick it, lick it, lick it. It's right, it's right, it's right there in the back. Go shut it, lick it, chill. Look. Whatever you have, must have a wiser. Someone who will give the order to the house shoes and safety tips. So when you wind up, you with the we don't need no big promoter. The neighbors will be responsible. So when you see the police and them come get something to eat right here in the back. Yeah, lick it, lick it, lick it, lick it, lick it, lick it, lick it. It's right, right, right here in the back. Yeah, hey, go shut the big train. Well, every yard, once a wine, a hot girl to show up she bumper. Who will go down the dance and wine and roll in the girls and hide? We don't need no big promoter. The neighbors will be responsible. So, when you see the police and the bring up passion up the street, we hear it. A lick it, lick it, lick it, lick it, lick it, lick it. It's a rise and it's a lion right here again. Go shut it, lick it, check. Level. You see right now in the backyard, we're in reflection, right? So we taking the backyard on the road now, and we have 3 sections. Section 1, you ready? Give me section 1. Gun. Ping, 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 ping. When section 1 finish,
section 2. Get in your section. Give me section 2. Give me. It's our last section. In reflection, it's our one more section to cross the stage. Give me that section. Let me go. Push this your man. Hey, I can bring my friends and you can bring your friends and we friends we don't like together. Just decide who holds it, I'm in it. This right down with it. Hey, I lick it, lick it, lick it, lick it, lick it, lick it. It's all nice, everything I right there with it. Hey, hey, jam. Go shut it, lick it, shake. Grab a pot and then start it, you hear me?
You don't need a mic to amplify your voice or a pen to rewrite history. You don't have to be a legend to inspire or use a podium to be a leader or have a title to be called successful. You don't need a classroom to be educated or even a radio to hear this message. And the world is yours to mold. All you need is passion and a deep connection to what you believe in. And you can make anything happen. When life is on, you can be mobile.
Be mobile. Just be.
If you're a small or medium business looking to grow, then you simply need more customers. This is where we can help. Did you know people are Googling keywords right now for your products and services, but they can't find you? We help small businesses just like yours take advantage of online ninja advertising techniques to get more customers and more sales. Did you know there are thousands of businesses in Trinidad and Tobago that are not properly taking advantage of online marketing strategies? This means there's plenty of opportunity for you. We can help you put together targeted marketing campaigns using Google, Facebook, Instagram, etc. to get you more customers, all while spending pennies on the dollar. Give us a call today for your free business consultation. Call 363-4030. That's 363-4030. One more time, 363-4030.
Sign up and save with Green Dot. When you subscribe to any of our broadband packages, you get 30% off the installation fee, allowing you to stream your favorite shows on any of your devices. Update your social media accounts and connect with friends and family. Stay on top of the class with online learning sessions, or keep your team in the loop with virtual meetings, all at an affordable price. This is a limited time offer, so don't wait. Call 224-GDOT today to sign up and save with Green Dot, improving and simplifying lives.
With Digicel Prime Bundles, you get more than just data. You level up to a new digital life. Okay. Level up with deep music for all your favorite tracks. Level up with Go Loud for local radio and trending podcasts. Level up with Sports Max for the top live sports action. And level up with Play Go for the latest movies and TV series. Get a one-day Prime Bundle for only $25 with 20 gigabytes any use LTE data plus 50 gigabytes more dedicated data for premium access to your favorite apps without touching your any-use data. Plus 30 anywhere minutes and unlimited digital calls. Dial *323# or visit the My Digicel app to buy your one-day Prime Bundle. Digicel, better together.
Tune into the street 91.9 FM.
Every Sunday from 10:05 a.m. to 11 a.m.
For the Repairing of the Breach radio program with me, Bishop Showinau Thomas.
The scripture says, and they that shall be of thee shall build the old waste places.
Thou shalt raise up the foundation of many generations, and thou shalt be called the repairers of the breach, the restorers of the paths to dwell in.
Don't miss it. Repairing the Breach radio program with Bishop Sherwin R. Thomas on the Street 919 FM every Sunday from 10:05 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's radio.
The Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center of number 399 Eastern Main Road, Waiko in San Luis Grande is pleased to present Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson and guests on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. Sundays, Ministry of Worship Children's Hour and the Word from 1 to 6 p.m. Tuesdays, see Jesus in every book of the Bible from Genesis to Revelation from 9 p.m. to 12 midnight. Wednesdays, we deal with current affairs from a biblical perspective from 9 p.m. to 12 midnight. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. For further information, visit with us at www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org. Facebook, email us at church668hope@gmail.com or call us at 753-1113 or 236-7271. Your free will gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated. Account number 795222 at the First Citizens Bank.
At Health and Wealth Lifestyle, we offer a wide range of services: blood analysis, iridology, acupuncture, foot detox, foot massages, gua sha, hot stone therapy, fire therapy, legs and feet massage therapy, mineral scrubs, acrotherapy, cupping.
We also have a wide variety of supplements: silver, zinc and magnesium, body light, and lots more.
We at Health and Wealth Lifestyle operate our business in a clean, safe, and comfortable environment. We frequently sanitize our compound and abide by all the COVID guidelines that are currently in place.
So come on down to Health and Wealth Lifestyle, where we treat you like family. Book your appointment today. Call us at 1-868-275-8359
or 1-868-288-1108.
And remember, your health is your wealth, and prevention is always better than medication.
Len Capital Certificates is a passive income service company located at Princess Margaret Street in San Fernando and 5th Street South Woodbrook. At Len Capital, investing is made simple. You invest with us. We make the investments and then you collect returns either monthly or yearly. We have 5 different options you can choose from, and each investment option comes with different benefits starting from TT $5,000. For more information, contact 399-0307. Len Capital Certificates. It's all about you.
Share the Lawn. Share the Lawn. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the Lawn. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the Lawn. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the Lawn. The Street 919 FM.
So Trinidad and Tobago, we are back, and I hope you logged on to Facebook or to YouTube, because I'm going to share some information with you this morning. And as I continue to say to Trinidad and Tobago, to our listeners and viewers, at this time I think my work here is to really give you the information as I get it, once I do my fact-finding. You wouldn't get bacchanal and confusion here with me in the morning. You'll get information. So after I read what I read from the posts, Trinidad and Tobago, I want to continue in that vein. So I'm saying to you, the scare tactics that are being placed in the public domain. It's frightening some people to death. Because instead of them going to take the vaccine, they decided not to, because some of us in the media were playing that Russian roulette. But we're not playing it with ourselves, you know. We're playing it with other persons' lives. I'm doing something here. No, mind you, I hope they don't complain. But you know what? If they do, I'm prepared to take the backlash. Because we need the information to be placed in the public domain. And I want to congratulate Natalie Ligo. She did an interview with a Dr. Asher Williams, a Trinidad and Tobago doctor, resides in the US, a biochemical engineer. And I say I had to play this for Trinidad and Tobago and the world to hear who didn't listen or see it. So I was stealing it. So I putting up the disclaimer one time. What you're about to hear, it is not our product, but I borrowed it to give you, our listeners and viewers, the information. What's the numbers like on YouTube and Facebook?
On Facebook, on YouTube, well, I move off of the thing on Facebook. On YouTube is 426. On Facebook, hold a sec, 215.
Right, so guys, you need to do better than that. We can't talk to a handful of people. How will the information be spread? Come on, YouTube. We're accustomed going to 600, and we need to get that. And Facebook, we passed 300 plus. Way, way long time. So we need to get that. So I'm going to put up the interview for you. So while it's up, I know you will run on to see it. I want you to listen, Trinidad and Tobago. I want you to listen. Most importantly, I want you to look at it. So who doesn't have the technology to get on? Well, you might have to listen, but it's good for you to see. All right? Go ahead, Bruce.
Okay. We've gone. Right.
And welcome back. It's 21 minutes after the hour of 6 o'clock. You're inside the Now Morning Show. I am Natalie Legore, and our spotlight is on vaccination. And here to speak with us about that is Dr. Asher Williams, a Trinbagonian living out there, just doing the best that she can, a biochemical engineer. And she's just here to talk to us about, you know, what vaccine should we use? What are the differences between the vaccines and so much more? So let me pause and say good morning to you, Dr. Asher Williams.
Good morning, Natalie. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, thank you so much. So tell us a little bit before we get into the vaccine. Where in Trinidad and Tobago are you from?
So I'm from Trinidad and Tobago. I grew up mostly in the Arima area. I attended Locust and North Government Primary School. Then I attended St. Augustine Girls High School. Then I moved to New York to pursue my bachelor's in chemical and biomolecular engineering. I have some Jamaican connection. My dad is Jamaican. I know you are Jamaican as well.
I am.
Yeah, but I was born and raised in Trinidad.
Okay, nice. So biomolecular engineering. So tell us, you've worked with the development of vaccines?
Right. So currently I'm a presidential postdoctoral fellow at Cornell University, and my research is focused at developing a new method of manufacturing vaccines against emerging pathogens. So the ultimate goal is to increase the access of vaccines in parts of the world that are low income or, isolated. by using a cell-free system instead of the traditional methods of producing these vaccines. So I'm involved in vaccine manufacturing, vaccine development.
Right. Well, that's very interesting because, there's so much talk about what vaccine should I use. So let's get a little bit into the differences between the vaccine, between the Sinopharm or the Moderna and the Pfizer and the AstraZeneca. We hear so much about, the Johnson & Johnson, the AstraZeneca, possibly causing blood clots and not the others. So let's start with the Sinopharm vaccine. What's the basis of the Sinopharm vaccine?
So the Sinopharm vaccine is what you would call a traditional type of vaccine. It's an inactivated virus that, they essentially grow up a bunch of coronavirus. They inactivate it by treating it with a chemical, which ensures that it's no longer infectious. It can no longer replicate in the body. You're essentially exposing your body to a dead version of the virus so that your body can prepare itself to fight the virus if you do become infected in the future. And if you've taken vaccines like measles, mumps, rubella, those are all inactivated viruses. So, you've already had this vaccine before at some point.
Right. And what of the AstraZeneca? How does that compare to the Sinopharm?
The AstraZeneca vaccine is similar to Johnson & Johnson in terms of the technology. It's what you would call a viral vector vaccine. So essentially they use another virus that causes the common cold, but they remove all of the components that make it harmful or dangerous or replicating in your body. And they instead put in genetic material for the spike protein of the coronavirus. So I tell people it's a delivery system. You can think of it as a car where you remove all of the parts, but you take that shell of the car to use as a vehicle to get that material into the cells of your body. And once that genetic material gets in there, it's sort of like a recipe card that gives your cells instructions on how to make this particular spike protein that's associated with the coronavirus. And your immune system detects that and produces antibodies that will protect you against infection. So you can essentially identify the virus if you come into contact with it in the future.
So you don't get the virus, but you're introduced to genetic material that tells you how to make the spike protein of the virus?
Yeah, correct.
And your body now is supposed to be able to recognize that and mount a response.
Right, and this is something that our bodies do regularly on a day-to-day basis. If there's ever a foreign substance that enters the body, your immune system goes on alert, tells your body this isn't supposed to be here. You have antibodies and different white blood cells that are produced to attack whatever is invading, but also to store a memory of it for future use, like a circulating mugshot that your body keeps a record of if this thing ever comes into your system again.
Right. And what of the Pfizer and the Moderna?
So Pfizer and Moderna also are similar in the sense that they also introduce genetic material, but they're introducing mRNA instead of DNA. So the flow of our genetic material, it goes from DNA to RNA to proteins. And this is a one-way street that, it's a process that happens in our bodies on a daily basis again. So the mRNA, again, provides a recipe for our bodies to make this spike protein associated with the surface of the coronavirus. Your body recognizes that it isn't supposed to be there, mounts an immune response, produces antibodies that will protect you against infection if you come into contact with the virus in the future. So
then Dr. Williams, the question then becomes, for those people with autoimmune diseases, is it safe for them to take the Pfizer, Moderna, or the Johnson & Johnson and AstraZeneca?
Yes, so none of these vaccines are live vaccines or replicating vaccines. So there is no risk to an immunocompromised person to get infected with COVID-19 from the vaccines. You cannot get COVID-19 from any of these vaccines. I think people a lot of times are worried about the vaccines being dangerous to someone who's immunocompromised when the actual concern is that these persons may not mount as great of an immune response, so they might not get as much protection from the vaccines. So that's something that's still being investigated because within clinical trials, a specific study was not done targeting this group to see how much protection they receive. So
and that's where my interest comes from, because I have an autoimmune disease, and so far, no matter who I've spoken with, I haven't gotten the green light, so to speak, to have this vaccine, because the reality is that to introduce something to my body to mount a response, that's definitely not going to happen. For my body to recognize this, to mount a response, to ward it off. It doesn't happen with people with autoimmune disease. So from that angle, is it safe for us then, to take the vaccines, these 4 vaccines that I referred to?
Yeah, so I think in those specific situations, it would depend on the types of medications that you're taking. So for example, if you're taking an immunosuppressant or certain steroids that sort of suppress your immune system, that will reduce the robustness of the immune response that you get from a vaccine, which could in turn lead to reduced protection. So that's something that you would have to discuss with your primary care physician. I know in some cases, I have friends who typically take steroids, but were advised that before getting the vaccine, they just pause their steroidal treatment just to give their body a chance to mount that immune response, and then they can continue taking their medication. But of course, that's something that you would have to discuss with your doctor who's more familiar with your...
And what of the Sinopharm vaccine? Because, we said that it's an inactivated vaccine, and it's very similar to, the other vaccines that we've taken for measles, rubella, that kind of thing. If it's so similar to the traditional vaccine, so to speak, would that be a better option for people who are immunocompromised?
Again, I don't think, or there is no official recommendation on any of these vaccines being better for any particular background of person. So, all of the vaccines do provide some level of protection. It varies depending on age, underlying condition, the variant that's circulating. But in terms of specifically one being recommended over another, there isn't really a specific recommendation when it comes to immunocompromise.
Right. But yet we have the AstraZeneca and the Johnson & Johnson that so far have been shown to cause some blood clots. So for these two vaccines in particular, who are the people who might be in danger of taking them? I'm just trying to figure if there are groups or classes of people with certain medical conditions that these vaccines could, irritate, so to speak.
Yeah, so when it comes to this condition, thrombosis with thrombocytopenia, we aren't exactly sure of the mechanism. Essentially, in very rare cases, when people take the AstraZeneca or J&J vaccine, it triggers the production of a protein in their bloodstream that causes platelets to stick together, forming blood clots. So you have the clot forming, which is thrombosis, and then you have a low platelet count, which is thrombocytopenia. And the combination of these conditions is that very rare side effect associated with these vaccines. In terms of specific recommendations, there isn't something that says, if you have XYZ condition, you're more likely to have this blood clotting condition. I think generally there is knowledge that it's a very rare side effect associated with the vaccine, but I would also remind people that when it comes to COVID-19 infections, 1 in 100 COVID-19 patients develop some type of blood clotting condition. So you have a much higher chance of developing a blood clot from the actual disease than the vaccine itself.
And I think it's important for people to know that. So in other words, these vaccines are safe. Take the vaccine.
Yeah, the vaccine benefits significantly outweigh risks.
Right. And, when it comes down to vaccine hesitancy, what would you say to those who, are still hesitant about taking the vaccine because they may hear that, okay, here's this person who developed blood clot, or here's this person who died after taking the vaccine. And even though it may not be scientifically proven, is that anecdotal, somebody may have taken the vaccine, any vaccine, and would have died after. What do you say to those people?
I would say to people that these vaccines are being watched very closely by regulatory bodies. I know a lot of people say things like, we're being experimented on, etc. But the experiment portion was actually the clinical trials that happened a year ago on tens of thousands of volunteers that took the vaccine and were watched very closely for, side effects, etc. So I hope that provides some type of comfort for people. I would also point people to, again, look at the danger associated with COVID-19 itself. A lot of people think it's just like, the flu or common cold because the symptoms are so similar. But even in mild cases of COVID-19, what we're seeing now is that months after people recover from COVID-19, they're popping up with neurological problems. They're getting loss of taste and smell again. They're having these long-term organ damage. And then you have long COVID, which a lot of people are also experiencing. And that's something that we're still trying to understand. We're still trying to learn about. So a lot of things about this virus is still unknown in terms of its effect on the body, its long-term impact on human health, how it affects the development of children. So it's not something that you want to take a chance with, especially when you have a medical remedy like a vaccine that's easily available to you that allows your body to prepare itself to fight this virus.
Right, and I think that is so critical for people to understand because even I was speaking to a friend of mine the other day who had COVID, didn't have it so bad, and she's telling me that even after COVID, she feels like she's hallucinating and she's lost her taste.
Yeah.
So let's go into some of the symptoms that people can experience even after surviving and getting over COVID.
Yeah, like I said, there's long COVID. You have neurological problems. With men, you have things like erectile dysfunction and male infertility that's now being reported as a side effect. For people who, you have that group of people who get severely ill and are hospitalized. But I'm talking about the group of people who aren't ever sick enough to be hospitalized. Yeah. There's 1/3 of that group end up having some form of long-term effect associated with the virus. And that's even if you just have those mild flu-like symptoms for 1 or 2 weeks. So I think that's something people need to be wary of as well. And there was also a very recent study showing that COVID-19 actually affects your brain matter. So it actually changes the structure of your brain. In some patients, they actually lose gray matter in their brain. So it's a very serious illness that we're still learning more about. We don't know about this disease and this virus, but we do know a lot about these vaccines because of the years of research that were done beforehand to produce the vaccine that we now have.
Right. So for the person who's out there who is thinking, should I not take the vaccine? Just take the vaccine, because at the end of the day, as you said, there's a much higher chance of developing blood clots or thrombosis from COVID-19 than from the vaccine.
Precisely.
Right. And even if I think the points that I wanted to reinforce was that your chances of getting a neurological disorder or blood clots, you get it. There's a higher chance of getting that from COVID itself than from the vaccines, and that even if you have mild COVID-19 virus, mild SARS-CoV-2, is that you may have long COVID after, which can affect you in very serious ways. Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah. And I would just want to add a note that I know there are a lot of people out there who think that, they're young and healthy, their bodies can fight it off, or people who take things like natural supplements, herbal remedies, vitamins to boost their immune system. Those things are all very good, but vaccines essentially provide your immune system with a cheat sheet on how to recognize and fight off the virus. So this is not something that you can get from a natural remedy. This is very specific protection that a vaccine provides that you can't really get from anywhere else. And I use the analogy of a school child. So you can have a child who wears the right uniform, is always on time for school, the teachers really like them. That's someone who, is constantly taking these supplements to boost their immune system. But if you put an exam in front of that child for a class or a subject area that they've never studied and they know nothing about, they aren't going to do well, even if they're the best student. So that's where vaccines come in terms of preparation.
But concerns about some of the vaccines that introduce mRNA or DNA into the system, that it may change your molecular.
So Trinidad and Tobago, I played that for you this morning because I wanted you to hear. I wanted you to understand that we need to stop listening to the fake news that is being put in the public domain and all the confusion that it's trying to create. So we heard from a Dr. Asher Williams, a biochemical engineer, a Trinbagonian who resides in the United States of America. And that's on another show that I thought was pertinent information for me to share with you this morning. Excellent. But I want to share a little more with you. It's 7:27. How long is the other clip, Bruce?
I'm not going to check it to see.
I want to share another clip.
7
because
minutes.
when we open the lines to take the calls, we're going down the line with the calls. And whatever fears and whatever issues you have, we're going to discuss it. I want you to talk so you'll feel comfortable. And you will make your choice after. The choice is yours. And remember, you're not forced to. The choice is yours to make. I'm just saying. Right, Trinidad and Tobago?
Ready for the next one?
I want to take 5 calls.
Okay.
Just to tell me if you heard what was said and if you're digesting it and you want me to continue. But before we do that, again, let me send condolences to Mommy Sauce on the passing of her mother and to Miss Tunapuna on the passing of her husband. Condolences to the both of you all. Miss Tunapuna, you know I love you. And I tell you, yesterday is a strong woman. But we go talk about that.
We have a call here.
So Bruce, go ahead.
Okay. Caller, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Morning.
Morning to Sharon, morning to Bruce. Mr. Dominic, wherever you are. Morning to the nation. Condolences out to Mommy Sauce. My heart out with Miss Tunapuna. Sharon, thanks for that interview. That I'm gonna song like a UNC here. Well, now that I see the ethnicity of the doctor there who just spoke, I'm gonna drink the vaccine. I'm gonna put it in a drink and drink it.
Talk to me this morning, Jesus. I convinced him I know when I get to somebody. And you,
I love it when I see the nose, when I see the lip, when I see the hairstyle. So I say, take that in your tail. Yeah,
you know,
what are talking about?
I spoke to a number of people about that interview, and you're the first person hit me straight in my heart.
But yeah,
straight in my heart this morning. Boy, thank you very much.
Today, yeah, man. That interview gonna make me take the bus, go and take it, but I'm going and take it. Have a nice day. Let me get somebody else.
Yeah, man, take care. Caller, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Morning.
Morning, Bruce and Sharon. I love this interview. I saw a lengthy one of it on TV6 at some time with this guy, Rambio, and it was very, very informational. I love it. I took my vaccine. I'm waiting for my call to go for my second dose. Thanks, Colin. I'm encouraging people out there to go and get vaccinated. Take care of elderly parents and grandparents to take it. Okay, have a blessed day.
Caller, good morning.
Well, mother, that man and all touched my heart because I called to say, is one of us, because there is a man that's go around that both he in the same field, and he was telling people don't take the vaccine, but he went and take his own. So I hope he saw that clip, that he is not the only one, and there's a young one like mine type, brave enough, thank you, that shows that African people are achieving something. Right, mother? So according to the man, I go in and drink my vaccine too. Enjoy, ladies.
Thank you.
And my condolences to the two ladies, please.
Yes.
Yeah. And of course, you can call 4757-4268. You can give me a call if you can't get in over there. Try here. But that's how many callers? That's 2 callers?
That's 3. This is the 4th one here now.
That's 3? Right.
Caller, good morning.
Sharon, morning.
Good morning.
Bruce. Morning, Mr. Chance. Condolences to Mother Tuna Puna, Mommy Sauce, Teresa Conlip. Sharon?
Yes?
Thank you for playing that interview. You know? Because it shows you, right, what the vaccine does. It is the antibody to fight it. Thank you very much. And Sharon, you hear Anita here take the vaccine too? Okay. Thank you for the interview.
I have one here. Massachusetts, morning. Massachusetts?
Yeah, we have a delay.
Okay, so go ahead.
Ms.
That's
Felix,
okay. Yes.
Mr. Felix, let me tell you something. All the men and them out there who going to bar, who going to party and everything else, if all you want one single reason to take the vaccine, you hear what one of the side effects of COVID is?
Tell them.
Erectile dysfunction. I go on.
Not side effect. That is not side effects of taking the vaccine, you know. That is of getting COVID and surviving it.
Yep.
Take the call if you have it.
Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Big Brother Bruce.
Morning.
Good morning, Big Sister Sharon. Well,
morning.
You know, I have some sad news this week here. I lost my mom's wife.
Oh, good.
Sharon,
what?
I lost the boss of all bosses, Sharon. He tore us.
What he do? What he do to Bruce? What he said?
His mom.
Cheat.
Yeah, I lost my moms. Well, not COVID. But Brucey, me, Sharon, we lost three moms. Bruce says, I don't feeling like that, brother.
Right.
Your mom's alive, their father. Enjoy the best of your moms, brother. But my mom, she left us in a better position and she left her legacy, Sharon. You know, I say, so it's nothing for us to feel sad about it, but it's because it's, you know, to celebrate her. You know, she left us in a position where we're stronger, she was hardworking, honest, and very spiritual with prayer. So Sharon, as I say, you know, they're very, very, very giving. Very, very giving, not only to our children, just like you, Sharon. So I tell you, don't worry. But Sharon, as I say, you see all that stupid talk. You see me, I grew up with a strong trust woman. You see, one was on the radio station yesterday, he taking no vaccine. Now we say he waiting for the Cuban vaccine. This one saying that I heard the interview from that lady a while ago. Dr. Sao, a urologist, said, Bruce, they find the virus in your genitals, the men's genitals. So it's suffering, it's causing a lack of erection. You think Trinidad man and West Indian man know what I think to go up? So all that stupid talk and that deceit. You see, this country, we could export deceit. So they ain't catching me with that. My mother trained me. All them who say they go and take the vaccine, hide it easy and go and take it, but it's just as a song important and song good. I have some neighbors, Bruce, from strangers who don't look like me and you, that Sharon talk about, the kind of half-white. They wasn't taking the vaccine, because it was TNM vaccine, and vaccine wasn't good and this and that. You know, she run and grab she whole family and gonna take the vaccine secretly. So all your black people, all they stay there. All they stay there and let other people enjoy the wealth of the land, and my mother say. And all they die out and leave all the fruits. All they do all the labor and let them reap all the fruits of the labor. Well, I was trained on that Taurus woman who was very, very street smart. Sharon girl is a sad time, but life has to go on. Where there's beginning, there's end. Bruce, enjoy your mother. Thanks a million, Sharon. Enjoy your program.
Yeah, man, bless up.
Yeah, man.
Thank you very much, caller. Now, Trinidad and Tobago, you heard that interview. I want you to now listen and view another clip. But for you to get the gist of this, you need to go on and view. For you to get the gist, you need to go on and view. If you're not viewing, you would hear, but you wouldn't understand so well. I want you to go on. I want you to view. And then we'll have a discussion, Trinidad and Tobago. We'll have a discussion. I said to you, my niece died of COVID about 2 weeks ago. My son's best friend died from COVID. I warning them to wear the mask and the social distancing. I quarreling day up and night upon how I going. And he contracted it. And he's dead today. You hear what I'm telling you? A child that I know. He ain't 40 years yet, you know. He ain't reached nowhere there. He dead. So now everybody conscious of them. It hit home because they thought it was a hoax. But while them ain't taking the time, I make sure I carry minds to take the vaccine. I ain't playing that. I talking to you and I'm telling you have to go. This is important. This is not a game. And I ain't come here to play with nobody. You ain't have to like me, but you have to listen me and follow where I lead. Because I will never lead all you down a wrong track. And God know my heart. I talking to all you this morning, tears want to roll out my eye. We need to save ourselves and save one another. And stop listening to nonsense, Trinidad and Tobago. Because don't tell me when you get the virus, I want the vaccine, you can't get it until, if you survive it, until 3 months after that. What you prefer? I take it today. And if I get it, I could fight it and survive it. What you prefer? What you prefer? Tell me. And the nice thing you're going to hear, and somebody sent, I'm reading the text on the Facebook and on the YouTube. Hapto said to me, it was tested on all race. Some of them. And in plenty countries. I want you to listen. 612 on YouTube, 323 on Facebook.
620.
Come on, guys. We could go a little further, but when I play it fair, I want you to view. Take your time and digest it. Go ahead, Bruce.
Is the new one-dose COVID-19 vaccine from Johnson & Johnson. In early March, more than 6,000 doses were supposed to be shipped to the city of Detroit, Michigan. But the mayor said, no thanks.
Moderna and Pfizer are the best. And I am going to do everything I can to make sure the residents of the city of Detroit get the best.
He was referring to these numbers, the vaccine's efficacy rates. The vaccines from Pfizer, BioNTech, and Moderna have super high efficacy rates, 95 and 94%. But Johnson & Johnson, just 66. And if you only look at these numbers, it's natural to think that these vaccines are worse than these. But that assumption is wrong. These numbers are arguably not even the most important measure of how effective these vaccines are. To understand what is, you first have to understand what vaccines are even supposed to do. A vaccine's efficacy rate is calculated in large clinical trials, when the vaccine is tested on tens of thousands of people. Those people are broken into two groups. Half get the vaccine and half get a placebo. Then they're sent out to live their lives while scientists monitor whether or not they get COVID-19 over several months. In the trial for Pfizer-BioNTech, for example, there were 43,000 participants. In the end, 170 people were infected with COVID-19. And how those people fall into each of these groups determines a vaccine's efficacy. If the 170 were evenly split, that would mean you're just as likely to get sick with the vaccine as without it. So it would have a 0% efficacy. If all 170 were in the placebo group and 0 people who got the vaccine were sick, the vaccine would have an efficacy of 100%. With this particular trial, there were 162 in the placebo group and just 8 in the vaccine group. It means those who had the vaccine were 95% less likely to get COVID-19. The vaccine had a 95% efficacy. Now, this doesn't mean if 100 people are vaccinated, 5 of them will get sick. Instead, that 95% number applies to the individual. So each vaccinated person is 95% less likely than a person without a vaccine to get sick each time they're exposed to COVID-19. And every vaccine's efficacy rate is calculated in the same way. But each vaccine's trial might be done in very different circumstances.
So one of the biggest considerations here when we look at these numbers is the timing in which these clinical trials were performed.
This is the number of daily COVID-19 cases in the U.S. since the pandemic began. The Moderna trial was done completely in the U.S., here in the summer. The Pfizer-BioNTech trial was primarily based in the U.S. too, and at the same time. Johnson & Johnson, however, held their U.S. trial at this time when there were more opportunities for participants to be exposed to infections. And most of their trial took place in other countries, primarily South Africa and Brazil. And in these other countries, not only were case rates high, but the virus itself was different. The trials took place as variants of COVID-19 emerged and became dominant infections in these countries, variants that are more likely to get participants sick. In South Africa, most of the cases in the Johnson & Johnson trial were that of the variant, not the original strain that was in the U.S. over the summer. And despite that, it still significantly reduced infections.
If you're trying to make one-to-one, head-to-head comparisons between vaccines, they need to have been studied in the same trial with the same inclusion criteria in the same parts of the world at the same time.
If we were to take Pfizer and Moderna's vaccine and redo their clinical trial at the same time that we did J&J's clinical trial, we might see quite different efficacy numbers for those.
These efficacy numbers really just tell you what happened in each vaccine's trial, not exactly what will happen in the real world. But many experts argue this isn't even the best number to judge a vaccine by anyway, because preventing any infection at all is not always the point of a vaccine.
The goal of a vaccine program for COVID-19 is not necessarily to get to COVID-0, but it's to tame this virus, to defang it, to remove its ability to cause serious disease, hospitalization, and death.
It helps to look at the different outcomes of an exposure to COVID-19 like this. The best case scenario is you don't get sick at all. The worst case is death. In between, there's being hospitalized, severe to moderate symptoms, or having no symptoms at all. In the absolute best circumstances, vaccines give you protection all the way to here. But realistically, that isn't the main objective of COVID-19 vaccines. The real purpose is to give your body enough protection to cover these possibilities. So if you do get an infection, it feels more like a cold than something you'd be hospitalized for. And this is one thing that every one of these COVID-19 vaccines do well. In all these trials, while some people in the placebo groups were hospitalized or even died from COVID-19, not one fully vaccinated person in any of these trials was hospitalized or died from COVID-19.
One thing that I wish that Mayor would have understood was that all 3 vaccines have essentially 100% effectiveness in protecting from death.
The mayor of Detroit did backtrack and said he'd start taking Johnson & Johnson doses because it's still highly effective against what we care about most. Efficacy matters, but it doesn't matter the most. The question isn't which vaccine will protect you from any COVID infection, but which one will keep you alive or out of the hospital? Which one will help end the pandemic? And that's any of them.
The best vaccine right now for you is the one that you're offered.
With each shot that goes in someone's arm, we get closer to the end of this pandemic.
Let's hear any love.
Sorry, Bruce.
Yeah.
Thank you so much to our viewers on Facebook and YouTube. The numbers went sky high. And thank you to all our listeners. Of course, you would get the gist of what was being said. But let me just say to you what efficacy means. The ability to produce a desired or intent result. Efficacy can be defined as the performance of an intervention under ideal and controlled circumstances, whereas effectiveness refers to its performance under real-world conditions. And that's what they're talking about, the efficacy of the vaccines, the percentage, how it go work. So they want to bad talk AstraZeneca, they want to bad talk Sinopharm. You just heard it, Bruce, didn't you see it and heard it?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They all are here to save lives. Moderna, AstraZeneca, Johnson & Johnson, Pfizer, Sinopharm, they're all here to save lives. I want you to tell me this morning what you prefer. You prefer to breed and die, or you prefer to breed and have life? And who's saying you go turn a zombie in 2 years and they injecting you with microchip? All you give me it. I'd rather stay alive for 2 more years to spend with my children and grandchildren, and for all of us of Titans of Democracy to be a family.
That's right.
And for us to open up a little more so we can lime and have a family day where we can sit down and have discussions and we can pray together, hug one another. We haven't seen for so long. What you prefer? Or you prefer to be dead in 2 weeks' time? Compare apple with bananas. Make up your mind. Trinidad and Tobago. I'm not coming here to tell you nothing about no UNC. And what they say from what they say, and enough of that. I want to save lives. I ask the Lord to give me that ability to talk to people and convince them. Continue to give me the ability to help persons who I need, like myself. But you know what? I want to thank God has blessed me and my family. So at least I can provide a meal when the day comes for them and for myself. And I want to still try to help other persons to provide something too for them. This is not always about money, Trinidad and Tobago. It's not always about what you want and what you could get. It's what you could give and the help you could put out sometimes. And if we can't do that, we're wasting time. It's always what I want and I must have. Sometimes it's what I have and I could give, what I could offer. Right now, I'm in the process of trying to make some hampers to give away. And I'm telling all you today, you know why? And I'm putting all you on notice. It is not for you, the senior citizens who are collecting pension and NIS. It is for the persons who are working like KFC in the casinos and so on, who need the help more than all of us. Some of us who have a little kakada coming in. It has some people in and nothing. So I'm putting you on notice because I'll be very, very stern and hard this time. It is not for persons who have an income. And let me just say it to thank some of my foreign friends. And there's a particular lady in Signature Park I want to send all my love and thank her so much. Because whatever they give me, I will try to match. And all you know how I just do it. Let Bruce tell all you and Angie and Isabella, even Duke, tell you all how we do it on this program. So I'm just telling you guys, this is not about looking for a name. Titans of Democracy already have a name. Sharon Felix already have a name. Bruce Wayne already have a name. We're looking to save lives. Trinidad and Tobago. I'm talking to you this morning with tears all down in my toes. Because when I go into the places, I see the type of the race of people going for the vaccine, but we the black man, I don't know what's wrong with all you. Open the lines, Bruce.
Caller, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
On Ancient Ishmael, you have a diagram showing people how not to take the tiny farm. Look tonight and you'll see.
I'm not interested in that, and I don't want to see nobody. I don't want to know who had diagram for who don't have no diagram. I don't want to hear and I don't want to see nobody. Because all of them might be telling all of that and they're going very quietly and take the vaccine. Next call.
Caller, good morning.
Morning again, Sharon. I want to commend you for the videos and the order in which you played it, and I just want to tell you that was kind of like a little professional radio journalism you did there. You know, that you go to the head of the class in terms of the aid in dispensing the knowledge and to trying to get the country to understand what it's all about and where to focus. Instead of all this sort of chupper talk, instead of short-lived. You know, sometimes, you know, we hear people talking the rubbish, and some of them will end up in trouble, but, you know, they're going in the hole and end up in the trouble by themselves. When they're short for breath and stuff like that, they wouldn't come out and admit that they was talking nonsense and leading people the wrong way, you know. So I just want to commend you for this morning program on the Titans of Democracy. You really move like a titan in terms of the settings that you brought out this morning. Well done, Sharon. Have a nice day to the Titans and Nation. Will you be good? Bye.
Yeah, man, thanks.
Thank you very much, caller.
Caller, good morning.
Hey, Sharon and Bruce. Sorry to call back. Clem, good morning. Sharon, what you all are doing on this radio station is human service. This is what the Prime Minister talk. People who have the opportunity to encourage people to take that vaccine to save life, Sharon. I really appreciate your program this morning and beyond. Thanks for the information.
Sean, we have about a minute again before we go to the break.
Sure. Take the calls.
Yeah. Well, I have nothing here right now. Okay.
Where are you all?
Hold on. I have one. Caller, good morning.
Morning.
You have
Sharon,
less,
morning.
you have less than a minute. Go brave.
Yeah, Sharon, what happened to them?
Yes.
They don't realize you always are cut above the rest. What happened to them? Thank you very much, Sharon. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Thank you so kindly.
Anything by you yet?
Nope.
All right. Well, guys, you can call us up quickly. Can take probably one more quick call.
Before we go to the break.
Well, okay, the time for the quick call has passed. So, guys, we're going to a break. We'll be right back. Keep it locked. We'll be right back.
Listen, we wouldn't be able to say hello to you tonight without the sponsors, without Republic Bank, Carib, Digicel, Guardian Life Media, KFC. Real people, all you, give a round of applause for corporate for stepping up right now. They are doing their part for culture. And thank you for coming every show. Hello. This is so much better than singing just for the screen. I miss all you. I didn't see all the fire, yeah. I didn't see plenty of my artists fire either. Right now, I want you to make some noise for
Take for good, mama don't tell me I regret it. I did think for good, but that they tell beautiful. I got to wake up basic, put it on. All who proud to be alive, if you're grateful, put your hands up, hit the thing higher. Mash up the place and put that fire. Oh Lord, mash up the place and put that fire. See I was holding on, see I was going, see I was holding on. Holding strong, yeah, I was holding on. My journey is my journey. Yeah, I'm running slow. I got a feeling it's living inside of me. Why you like this? Turn me go. Hit the thing high. Mash on the place and go start fire. How are you? Oh yeah, hit the thing. Wow. I was holding on, I was holding strong, I was holding on. See, I was holding on, holding strong, I was holding on. Look. On you make some noise for generation now for my please. If all you only know, Turner have calypso and soca deep within his soul. He representing for the next generation right now. Make some noise for Turner. A real journey. Bless the teacher and everybody. Kiss my brother. Let me sing it to you. All of the journey very long, And all of we had little setbacks. But once we had life, anything is possible. Who agree? That's right. Once you have life, anything is possible. To my big brother here. You see me from day one working security and give me the big up. Straight up. So I said big love to you, brother. I love you, dog. I never forget that. Never ever. So love and respect everybody. Put your hand in the air for Kes. Put your hand in the air for Turner. Put your hand in the air. Beat the thing. So. Beat the thing, Kaya. Mash up the place and go to fire. Oh, Lord. Beat the thing, Kaya. Mash up the place and go to fire. See, I was holding on. See, I was going strong. See, I was holding on. See, I was holding on. See, I was holding on. Look at that day.
Are you experiencing loss of vision or are your glasses broken? At Value Optical, we're open and we're here to help. You can have your urgent eyeglasses in 3 days with packages starting at $695. When you visit us, be mindful of the 3 W's. Wear your mask, wash your hands, and watch your distance. Please call us toll-free 800-2020 for expert advice on your vision needs or to book your appointment. Value Optical, caring for your eyes.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282 or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
Simpson's Memorial Limited, number 63 Eastern Main Road, Laventille. Internationally accredited funeral directors and embalmers. A full-service funeral home serving families of Trinidad and Tobago and internationally since 1945. At Simpson's Memorial Limited, we serve with dignity in assisting families in honoring the memory of their loved ones. Our services include professional funeral and pre-planning, burials and cremation, custom-built and imported caskets, coffins and cremation trays, cemetery management, limousines, mourners cars, grief counseling, web streaming of funerals, fully air-conditioned chapel with live musical accompaniment, full global shipping and receiving of loved ones. We specialize in facial restorations. Call us anytime, day or night, at 623-8688. That number again is 623-8688. Simpsons Memorial Limited. Superior service, always with excellence.
Take me to the king. I don't have much to bring.
For some, today is just another routine 24 hours. To others, today is first page in tomorrow's story. It's the audition for tomorrow's performance. It's the spark that ignites tomorrow's change. The perseverance for tomorrow's breakthrough. The first like of tomorrow's big hit. Never take your today for granted. When life is on, those who truly believe in the power of today can become anything tomorrow.
Just be. Be mobile. Just be.
Hey, you keeping safe? I hope so. I don't really know what will happen when everything will back up, but the line had to go on. But in the meantime, just come online with the live wire. I'm on the Street 919 FM every Saturday from 5 to 8 p.m. Or you could check us out on the live on Facebook at the Street 919 FM or on YouTube at Street TV. Don't forget to share the live. That might just be as important as you keeping safe. So mask up, sanitize, tune in to the Street 919 FM, Lime on the Live Wire, Saturday afternoons, 5 to 8 p.m. Don't worry, I gonna be home in time for the curfew. Keep safe.
Police, good day. Officer Best Price here. Johnny Q Auto Parts Division? Yes, sir. I'm here to investigate an assault on batteries. Excuse me, sir? Is it true? You have batteries selling for $488? Yes, Power Master, Optima, Vata, and Megastar batteries. So I could buy a battery for $488? Yes, sir. For cars, trucks, and boats. Backed and distributed by Massey Automotive. Which part? Right here at Johnny Q Hardware and Auto Parts Division, 15 Arabita Avenue, Woodbrook. And our new Johnny Q Superstore, located at Lowlands Mall off Claude Noel Highway in Tobago. You could call 60 Tools. Alright, thanks boss. Nah man. Granny, do you have $488 to lend me?
Julia, how our daughter bright so?
What you mean?
Kelly's so young and already talking about when she gets her first job, taking out a mortgage with TTMF at 2%.
She knows about 2%?
Yes. 2% with no down payment as a first-time homeowner and the lowest rate on the market. We would not have to dip into our savings to set her up. Where she get all these brains from?
Her mother, of course.
TTMF, from here to home.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's Radio.
The Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center of number 399 Eastern Main Road, Waiko in San Luis Grande is pleased to present Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson and guests on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. Sundays, Ministry of Worship, Children's Hour, and the Word from 1 to 6 p.m. Tuesdays, see Jesus in every book of the Bible from Genesis to Revelation from 9 p.m. to 12 midnight. Wednesdays, we deal with current affairs from a biblical perspective from 9 p.m. to 12 midnight. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. For further information, visit with us at www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org. Facebook, email us at church668hope@gmail.com or call us at 753-1113 or 236-7271. Your free will gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated. Account number 795222 at the First Citizens Bank.
Now there's a new way to pay your electricity bill.
Quick pay your bills today. Quick pay, it's a whole new way. Online, pay your bill one time. Yes, there is a whole new way to quick over. 4 clicks and it's over.
Introducing Quick Pay, a new service from the Trinidad and Tobago Electricity Commission that lets you pay your bill online with your credit or Visa debit chip card. Just enter the account number and contact information. Click Pay and you're done.
This is the Street 919 FM COVID-19 updates. In case you missed it, the latest COVID positive cases in TNT as of 22nd June 2021 stands at new positive cases 215. Total active cases 7,954. Total recovered patients 22,267. Total positive cases for COVID-19 as of March 2020 to present 30,982. Follow the Ministry of Health COVID-19 protocols. Wear your mask, sanitize, social distance, and avoid gatherings. A message from the Street 919 FM.
The Street 91.9 FM brings you today's tips to improve your financial literacy. Improving your financial literacy is a never-ending endeavor that needs to be prioritized. As you work on improving your financial literacy, it's important to continue your momentum. Here are your tips. Implement the 72-hour rule. The 72-hour rule is a game changer when it comes to savings and focusing on value spending. Before making any sort of impulse purchase, pause and take 72 hours to think it through. After 72 hours, you will likely have forgotten about making this purchase entirely. Also, you've just saved yourself a few dollars, maybe even a few hundreds by doing so. Over time, this rule can be the difference of thousands of dollars and can help you shift your spending habits to focusing on things that bring you value and align with your financial plan. That was your financial tip brought to you by the Street 91.9 FM.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
So just a bit of housekeeping for you. Welcome back on the inside. Johnny Q for all your hardware, building materials, auto parts, small tool rentals, pets and pet supplies. Gravel and sand now available. Don't forget Power Master, Optima, Vata and Megastar batteries starting from $488 at Johnny Q, number 15 Arapita Avenue, Woodbrook, and our new Johnny Q Superstore in Lowlands Mall, Tobago off Claude Noel Highway. So just call 63 Tools. Value Optical wishes to advise the public that all 13 branches will be open for a limited basis to continue to provide essential eye care services to you. Our services are currently limited to emergency and critical eye care only, and we will require you to make an appointment at this time. You can call us at 225-4865 or toll-free 800-2020 for all inquiries on opening hours, eye testing availability, and how we can assist your eye care needs. Value Optical, caring for your eyes. Digicel customers get all the convenience. Now you're no longer limited to paying with your credit card. Use your Visa debit card on My Digicel app to pay your Digicel Plus and mobile bill, top up or purchase a plan. Download the My Digicel app in your mobile app store today. Yes, it's true. Pennywise, just for you. So real, get that perfect smile. Beauty is in every aisle. To take care of your body, we have all you need to stay healthy. Pennywise, yes, it's true. Pennywise, just for you. Pennywise gives you more to love. International cricket superstars Karen Pollard, Dwayne Bravo, Lindell Simmons, and Riyad Emrit, even Raymond Ramnarayan and Ravi B has all been using Omega XL for joint pain and getting great results. So what about you? Just pick up a bottle of Omega XL right now at all leading pharmacies or call Great Health Limited at 225-0410. Live long, stay strong with Omega XL.
Yo, this is your boy Ziggy Rankin, and right now you're listening to the Titans of Democracy. You don't know. Real talk.
Sharu.
Boy, we're back Trinidad, Tobago, and the world listening. And I'm seeing this morning Delta plus COVID variant. I'm seeing it.
You see now?
There's a tape. No, Evening Standard. I'm on the internet. I'm on the browsing.
Okay.
And I'm seeing it's News UK. And it said 2 doses of AstraZeneca vaccine, about 90% effective against COVID-19. Real world study finds. And it says 2 doses of the Oxford AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccines are around 85 to 90% effective against symptomatic disease. Public Health England said on Thursday, citing analysis of real-world data from the rollout of this shot. Trinidad and Tobago, and Mr. Chance reminded me a while ago, because you know that is my guru at talk, that all vaccines are vaccines. All of them is good. All of them is vaccine doing the same work. So, Trinidad and Tobago, the line's open, I want to hear from you all. I had enough say this morning. I give you all the information. I talk my belly out. It is up to you to make the choice. I leave it there.
Okay.
Numbers to call. I have one here of Massachusetts.
Go ahead.
The foreign callers can call me on WhatsApp on the 4757-7426. You all can call me WhatsApp on that. And Tobago, you can call here also. Caller, Massachusetts.
Excellence in broadcasting. You shut up the audience. You had your audience sitting around with their mouth open. You have your audience sharing the live. You have your audience saying, boy, you didn't hear that, boy. You have people talking. You know what calls I get? Hey, you watching? Yeah, I was gonna miss it. Boy, that woman bad, boy. I've been telling all of that. But yeah, but she terrible, yeah. I say, yeah, no. You know? So when people ain't calling, it's because they're sharing, it's that discussion. They're probably sitting down at the table or trying to go to work, and they're probably talking about what it is that just hear, what it is that just see. Miss Felix, your brand just take off from the launch pad, you know, and it's headed into space. And like I put in the chat, your time was reduced, but look how excellent you have become since. Your brand is growing, baby. People logging on. I see a lot of new people logging on. Yeah, keep up the good work, eh? Mr. Brucey!
Oi.
Have a great day.
Yeah, man, take care.
Thank you very much, Massachusetts.
I have one here.
And
like me to care us, telling us that foolishness.